I'm CT. When I'm not hosting podcasts, talking to musicians and movie stars and authors and producers, I have to live in the real world. I mean, everybody has to have a job, right? Mine is CS, customer service, solutions, relationships, while keeping my team motivated to keep a constant connection with every single guest who has chosen to stop into our location. Episode number 98, not 100%. Where's my car? And field trip. This is C.T.C.S.
Transition walk, day number 1 out of 4. Oh my God, I need this walk. Oh, there was such a horrible thunderstorm so early this morning. I mean, the sky was just pitch black. It's like walking into a grocery store. You go through so many different storms and people bring so many different forms of energy toward you, and somehow, some way, you've got to make your way through it. Did all the podcasting, talked with the people of fame. God, it just felt like forever. And now I've got to step into the world of forever. Yeah, always searching for the solution. New guy Bill and myself, we're looking at this. It's caramel pumpkin beer.
Caramel pumpkin, Imperial Pumpkin Ale. And it
4-pack.
Yeah, and it looks amazing. I don't mind a pumpkin fall flavored beer when it's fall, even though.
Yeah, but it's summertime. It's not fall.
It's only August 10th. But
yeah. But look at the price of it, though.
$13.99 for 4 beers. My God in heaven.
Wait, whatever happened to the 6-pack?
Look, and there's another one, $13.99. There's another one, $13.99. Yeah, whatever happened to Jesus Christ.
I did something really stupid yesterday. Man, I ordered myself some Crocs. They came in. I was wearing them all over the place yesterday, up and down the hills, taking my walks through the forest and everything. Oh, man, loving my Crocs. Today, my legs are on fire. My calves, my thighs, everything is hurting. And, of course, I have to look it up and find out, do Crocs make your legs hurt? And the answer is yes. We've become this generation where when we're not in the mood to work, we're going to get injured. We're going to figure out a way to where, I stubbed my leg, or, I twisted wrong, I injured my back. And what happens is you'll come in for a couple of hours and then you'll take off. And what you're doing to the team is you're pretty much putting a crack right down the center of what we had going on. And listen, I got injured 2 years ago. We talked about it on C.T.C.S. And the thing is that, but it didn't keep you from playing the game, staying in there, staying strong. But we've become such a generation of, it's like, the slightest thing, I want to go home. What do you mean you want to go home? We all get injured. I don't care. I want to go home. And you have to let them go home. Transition walk, day number 2 out of 4. Not 100% today. I think it's an anxiety hangover, the endorphins that took over the mind, body, and soul because people leaving work early and coming up with really not good excuses to go home. They just felt like they needed to go home. I don't think I could do that. I really don't, because I know what it does to our team when one player steps out, but when there's more than one, now we got a problem. So, Mr. CS guy, what's the solution then? A guest purchased about $95, $96 worth of groceries. It's in one of our baskets. They take it outside because they're going to go get the car and just drive up and get it because it's just so damn hot outside. They didn't come up and pick it up. $96 worth of groceries, and that's what I'm putting away. It's the first time I ever, on the putback list, I took up a full page with 12-pack of beer. When they get home, are they going to remember that they even went grocery shopping? My luck today. My luck. She came back, and I put everything away, and came back, and now I'm having to go around the store and pick it all back up again. It's $5 Sushi Friday. That means that the sushi is $5, right? Okay, what would you do in a situation like this? You go back to the sushi bar. There's nothing on there that says it's $5. They're charging $7.49. They're charging $9 something. But there's signage around it that physically says $5. But when they go up to the cash register, they're making them pay the $9. And I'm going, this has got to stop. What would you do in a situation like that? That's this week's edition. What would you do? Every now and then this happens in our parking lot. Somebody has misplaced their car, and we have an older woman here that says that she's in a RAV4 black with California plates, and we're walking the actual outside to figure out where exactly this car is. The police have been called because there's been a big run on stealing Nissans as well as Toyotas. So we'll keep you posted on this because she's pretty upset. Some people are saying that she did not drive a RAV4, that she's in a completely different car. The police are now walking with her throughout the parking lot, just like we had done with her. And there's also another police officer in a car that is walking up and down or driving up and down the lanes looking for this RAV4. For some reason, it's gone. So and she's inside the police car with the officers. Here's how the situation pretty much ended. The question came up, if you drove here, why are you carrying a walking stick with you? And I fell witness to it. She kind of looked at me and looked around to the police officers, and she goes, well, I obviously must have been walking. Okay. It was kind of scary there for a second. We thought a car was stolen, but he was walking. Transition walk inside this forest. Man, this forest was foggy this morning. Kind of reminded me of the early steps of fall, but we're not there on the map yet. But wow, it was foggy. The sun's shining now. But I love moments like that because it gets inside the mind, body, and soul. When you're so giving to the public and you allow just listening to steal from you. You know, they call them emotional vampires. And that's what we're surrounded by at a grocery store. A lot of emotional vampires. They suck the life right out of you. So the third day out of 4, you find yourself trying to figure out, where am I going to get the energy? Well, I'm relying on this forest. I'm on a transition walk. We start the day off with a game of what would you do? What would you do? I'm asking you. So I get into the parking lot of the store. First thing I do, and this is one of my pet peeves, is I look at all the corrals. They are brimming with shopping carts. I mean, just overflowing. I'm thinking, oh my God, who didn't show up for work today? So I come in, there's 2 beggars standing around looking at their smartphones. And I go, guys, you got to get out there. No, we will. Dude, I'm serious. It doesn't make us look good when all the carts are out there. So my question to you is, what would you do to the baggers? This seems so tiny, but people will come up to me in the store and they'll go, hey man, you got some stone rounds? Stone rounds? What the hell are stone rounds? And you just sit there and you get this little evil war going on inside your imagination trying to figure out why you of all people don't understand what a stone round is. So this is what I love about modern day people now, modern day shoppers. Let me show you a picture of what it looks like. Ta-da! I knew exactly what he was talking about, and we went directly to it. So thank you for bringing your smartphone into the grocery store. My meditation is called Nidra, and today while studying Nidra, we talked about silencing the tiger. And one of the things that really ignites the tiger is when you let your mind start trying to write a story when things are going bad. Well, they've pulled somebody into the manager's meeting, and this somebody has been told that we're going to close the bar inside the store. Well, what do you think's going off inside my head right now? I got to tame this goddamn tiger down because you're sitting here. I don't like to see people get kicked out. You know what I mean by that? That's always been one of my biggest worries, and a trigger starter, because I want everybody to work together. And so the tigers are going wild today. So I need to put focus on my Nidra. You can still do Nidra while working in a grocery store. Just control the mind. On a field trip, long walk here, someone has stolen our electric cart. And it's down at the YWCA. So this is going to be one heck of a little trip. 95 degrees, barely a cloud in the sky. Woo. It's hot as hell out here. I can see why it's across the street from the YWCA, and that is the road I'm walking on right now, which is Park Road, just overtaken with cars. They kept on the right-hand side of the road. The YWCA is on the left-hand side of the road, so therefore they just parked it and took their stuff home. Thank God, because I've got to bring that monkey back. Open mouth, insert foot. Someone asked me, do you need a ride down to the YWCA? Man, I've been out here a mile right now. Here's my biggest worry. When I get to the electric shopping cart, I hope to God it's got enough power to get my old ass back. Yeah, I know why the universe put me out on this walk to get this electric cart. It's the universe's way of saying, tame down the tigers, buddy. Tame down the tigers. Get out there and walk around and clear that mind, because you don't need to know what went on in that office. Just know it wasn't you. Be glad it wasn't. And there it is, the cart. Right here on Park Road across from the YWCA. Maybe a 1.5 mile walk, 95 degrees. Oh, now how am I going to get this dang thing turned around? I'm going to have to get out in the street and turn this thing around. Oh my God, they left their soda and stuff in it. Oh shit. God, they left it a pigsty is what they did. Oh, thank God. Thank God it's not wrecked, but we got to get this goddamn thing back. This is literally the furthest I've ever had to walk to rescue one of these carts. I thought the damn thing was broken when I first went up to it because it wouldn't move. And the reason why is because the back wheel was caught in the lawn. But, what are we going, like maybe half a mile an hour? And I walked a mile and a half? Jesus, when am I going to get back? Tuesday? I think the funniest thing about this adventure to rescue the electric cart is that as I was trying to rescue it really seriously from the grass, the person over at the bus stop yells across the street, "Thank you for taking it back for me. Thank you." Okay. The time is 3:39 at this point in time. I've been out here for about 33 minutes. And still putting along. I can see the parking lot where the store is. I've got one more intersection to go through. Altogether, it's been about 5 intersections. So, I mean, they're not big ones. They're like just neighborhood blocks and stuff. But still, I mean, to get up the grade, to get on the sidewalk, you have to stop, get off, pull this big monster across, and then get back on the thing. But, it's hotter than hell out here. That was actually quite funny. M.O.D. Gray was having a conversation with Dave in Frozen, and the situation was Dave was in a conundrum. He found an empty box of Tylenol, and he was having a fit because somebody stole the bottle out of the box. Well, Dave's a preacher, and Dave just doesn't understand how people can get away with that. And Gray looks at him and says, "Dude, we see full baskets, $300, $400, $500 go right out the front door." And Dave didn't believe it. He says, "No, it doesn't." "Yes, it does. We see it all the time." And he goes, "Why don't they feel bad about what they're doing?" "Because they don't care, Dave. They don't care." Transition walk, day number 4 out of 4. Thank God I am in this forest. Whew, the body is on fire with pain. I know I'm not the only one. I had to get my God on today. With those messages, I mean, it's like you got to replenish the soil. You got to rebuild the heart. You got to find out the reason why you're truly in the community the way that you are. And man, there's no better community than being at a grocery store. Oh my God. People come there, see each other for the first time in a long time. They connect. They have conversations. It's community. You got to replenish the soil. So I get my God on. I don't know if you would call it a trigger or just a reaction. You walk in and you see 4 lines, 4 pink lines. They go all the way across the schedule. That means 4 people didn't come to work, and it's all right here in this moment of right now. Triggers you. It does. It affects your emotions, and I've only been here for like 2 minutes. Boom, biff, pow, hit in the gut again. You know, the store policy is if you're going to get $10 back, you have to have a receipt. She didn't have a receipt. She just said she forgot the stuff here and didn't want her money back. And it was like, wait a second, I have to have a receipt. And then one of the managers goes, "Just give it to her." It's like, man, the rules change in the middle of the game. Imagine doing that in the NFL. We've got a heating index of 107 degrees right now, and we've got a guest that has passed out at the front door, and we are redirecting all traffic to go to a different door. This is closed. She's out. Hey, kudos to our GM and floral department, Sarah. I mean, she went out there immediately and made sure that everything was taken care of. The woman had passed out for probably about a minute. It was, I mean, when she popped out, I was like, whoa, what's going on? She had no idea that she passed out because of the heat. She said that all she was doing was walking from the car into the building. 107 degree heat index, pretty dangerous out there. But, so we sat her down and she cooled off on the inside and gave her some orange juice and a banana. She started feeling much better. These people that want double your money back, sometimes I wonder if they just go home and they do something really stinky to it to bring it back, and then they come on.
Well, she probably swapped it out with something that she already had, or, I mean, we don't know, but when they scream, don't I get double your money back? That screams red flags to me.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem giving somebody that back, but when that's one of the first things out of their mouth, it makes me go, what are your real intentions?
Yeah.
Because, we've got the lady that comes in and buys the $30 fruit trays, buys 4 of them, and then brings them back an hour later and says that there's something horribly wrong with them and they haven't even been open, so we got to double her money back. She's a scam artist.
Yeah.
And today's Sunday. I know something sucks, and it's hell.
Oh, my God. You've been on that register for how long?
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, about 6 hours now. Well, I haven't had a lunch, and now I'm getting...
You haven't had lunch yet?
No.
Jesus.
No. Now I've got to jump out there and do it again. It's all right. I'm the captain. Got to go down with the ship.
Currently keeping an eye on two people right now, a teenager and might be an aunt or might be a mom. They've got 22 of the 12 packs of soda inside their cart. I've walked by them. There's also a lot of crab meat in this as well. And it looks like when I passed by, there was also some other expensive meats that are in there. So we don't want this to be a run. So we've notified the people up front to go ahead and lock the door on the left side.
Yeah, well, we were getting our asses kicked all day long. I mean,
The body twists, like you were saying.
yeah, well, you and I were like, God, what do we hurt? And it's like, I bet if we could just examine us for a couple hours on the register, we're turning, we're twisting, we're doing everything we're not trained to do, or that we were trained not to do.
That's like my family doctor. I recently had my physical, and he says, "Are you doing any exercising?" I said, "Have you ever walked into a grocery store?"
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, dude,
20,000
we
steps
twist.
a night.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's not even, that's accurate, 20,000 steps per night.
All right, as we wrap up another exciting edition of C.T.C.S., we're going to wrap it up by explaining what happened with the cart that was filled with so much stuff. The crab meat is what got my attention. And so the way that our team went into action, we didn't confront anybody. We just went over and we locked the door. That's what we did. And so she saw that we were doing that. And then so we had another person down at self-checkout at that door. And so she was beginning to realize that, oh, well, okay, she's not getting out any door because, she honestly, inside her heart, probably thought we would stop her. So what she did was she ended up throwing a card, an EBT card, at the younger girl, and she says, "I'm not putting up with this fucking shit. You go ahead and pay it with that, and if it doesn't work, then we'll put the fucking crap back." And it was like, what the hell? And I mean, the older woman, the aunt, the mother, the sister, I don't know what it was. She wanted nothing to do with it. She knew that we had caught on to something, but come on. I'll see you next week on C.T.C.S.